Hello, dear children. I hope you all are in the best of your health. You must be thinking, why have I used this particular line? We generally find this line while writing a letter. Yes, in our today's lecture, we are going to discover more about the art of writing a letter. We will see the details of writing a formal as well as an informal letter, the importance of letter writing, its usage, and why a student need to learn the art of letter writing. So let us see the details about letter writing.
A letter is a written message conveyed from one person to another person through a medium. Letters can be formal or informal. Besides a means of communication and a store of information, letter writing has played a role in the reproduction of writing as an art throughout history. Letter writing is an important topic in the English writing skills section for school students. Before the advent of modern technology made communication so easy, the technology which we are using in our day to day life, the art of writing a letter was considered an important requirement. Even today, a letter is an important means of communication in both the workspace as well as our personal life. So, it is very important to know why a student should learn the art of letter writing. What is the importance of learning this particular section in the writing skill? So, I would like to discuss some points over here. The main importance of writing letters is to communicate, but if you're talking about handwritten letters, which we see very rarely, they have a special feeling. Handwritten letters make you feel special and the contents are palpable. The letters are more personal than a report. Even in business dealing, it represents your company's image and your competence. It is also used as an official or legal record of any agreement. And in future, if you are going to apply for a job, you will need to write a letter in the form of a CV. So these are the few things which a student must know, that why the art of writing a letter is important to learn. So let's discuss the learning objectives of this particular section, why we are, what we will learn at the end of this lesson. Students, you all will be able to analyze the importance of letter writing as we have already discussed it. You will be able to describe the difference between formal and informal letter writing. And at the end, you will be able to write an original formal or informal piece as per the given topic. So let's look ahead for the details. There are two types of letters. You all know it very well. They are broadly classified into two types, that is, formal letter and informal letters. Now, let us see some more details about these two types. The formal letter. A letter written for a formal purpose is called a formal letter. It addresses a serious issue. These letters follow a certain pattern and formality. They are strictly kept professional in nature and directly address the issues concerned. Any type of business letter or letter to authorities, such as letter to the editor, letter to the government, letter to police, even writing letter to the principal or teacher, any complaint letter, application letter for job, resignation letter, application for leave, all these category falls under formal letter. Now let us know more about informal letter. These are personal letters. They need not follow any set pattern. The purpose is informal, a casual purpose, that's why it is said informal. They contain personal information or are a written conversation. Informal letters are generally written to friends, acquaintances, relatives, your classmates, your neighbors, anyone. Now we will see the details of the formats to be used while writing a formal letter and an informal letter with the help of an example. First, I'm going to display the format. I feel, children, you should take down the format for the future purpose whenever you'll be asked to write a letter. This format will help you a lot. So let us see the format for writing a formal letter. Here I am explaining the format with the help of an example letter to the editor. So the very first thing to be included is sender's address, the person who is writing the letter. That person's address need to be mentioned at the very first, followed by date. Date to be written in a particular format. Either two formats had been given over here, two specific content over here. 10th January 2014, where Jan is written in abbreviation, and the another one is month followed by date and year. Here the month is written completely. After this, you need to write the receiver's address, the concerned person, the concerned authority to whom you are writing the letter, along with the designation of that person. Then comes the very important aspect of a formal letter, that is the subject. The subject need to be very specific, very precise, which should give a focus to the content of your letter. Or in other words, you can say the subject is the main purpose of the letter. It must be written in one line. It must convey the matter for which the letter is written. Then comes the salutation, sir or madam. If you know the gender of the person, you can mention sir or madam, and if you don't know, then you can simply write it in the way sir oblique madam. You can even add words like dear or respected. Then comes the content or the body of the letter, which includes three short paragraphs. The very first paragraph, introduction, then second paragraph includes the detail, and third paragraph is the concluding paragraph. And at the end, leave taking note you should mention, along with the complimentary closing with the subscription, yours truly, yours sincerely, yours faithfully. These kind of subscription you can add in a formal letter, followed by your name and signature. You can even write the designation if you wish to. So this is how the format of the formal letter looks like. You can even take it down in your notebook. The letter I'm going to explain you through an example. Here in the example, the address and the name of the writer, the sender is given. So many times in the question, when you face the question in your exam paper, the address of the writer is given. So you have to write the same address and the name, and you have to look at the central idea, the main point which you want to cover in the letter. So this particular letter is you're writing to the authorities, higher authorities, drawing their attention. You are writing this letter to the editor of a newspaper, and you want to focus the attention of higher authorities towards a problem in your society. So the address followed by date, then receiver's designation and address is clearly mentioned over here. You can see. Then the subject. As I told, the subject should be in one line and should give the central idea of your letter. Yes, the subject here is poor maintenance of the public parks. So this is the concern which you want to highlight to the higher authorities through the article in a newspaper. Then the salutation here, yes, sir is mentioned, as the writer must be knowing the gender of the person. Then the very first line, the beginning of the content through the columns of your esteemed newspaper. This particular line you can keep in mind whenever you are writing a letter to the editor of a newspaper. This gives a beautiful beginning to your letter. This adds a positive So this kind of sentences you can write at the beginning. I would like to draw your attention towards, like, these kinds of sentences may add a beauty to your letter and makes it clear that you want the concerned authority to look at the matter which you are focusing in the second paragraph. The second paragraph include the details about the concerned issue, the problem, whatever subject you have included, that particular content, the details about that particular subject to be included in the second paragraph. Now, at the end, the conclusion should be there. You can even keep in mind certain lines which can be used in the paper. I shall be highly obliged. Like these words, the formal language is very important in a formal letter. Use of abbreviations and slang language should be restricted. So this is very important while writing a formal letter, that you need to write it in a very precise language. Followed by subscription, yours sincerely, and the name of the writer. So this is how the formal letter looks, very neat and clean, properly designed. The format is particular. Why I'm focusing more on writing it in a particular format is, whenever a person is looking at your letter and trying to read it, he or she will get the clear idea, even giving just a glance to it, just reading the subject and all the details. Whenever you are writing a letter in your exam paper, it is very important that you should write all the uh, content on the left hand side: the sender's address, date, subject, salutation, subscription, and your name. This all things to be written on the left hand side. This is very important. Now, let us take a look at informal letter. The informal letter is quite slightly different because, yes, the language is informal. Then you can use casual language and words because it is a personal letter. So the very first thing that comes in informal letter is the address of the writer, followed by date. Date is written in the similar way, the way you write it in formal letter. Then comes the salutation. Now here you can even include words like hi, hello, dear. These kind of subscriptions can be used. Now there is a major difference in formal and informal letter is, you need not write subject in the informal letter. There is no need to mention the subject. You can begin the body of the letter with the introduction paragraph, then second para contains the main content, and at the end the conclusion part. So this is how the there is no limitations for informal letter. The word limitation is not there for writing the informal letter because it is a kind of personal letter. Then you can, at the end, you can write the subscription like yours lovingly, along with the name. So I'm going to explain this with the help of one more example. As you can see here, the address is written, followed by date, and the salutation is here, dear Rudra, the name of the person. Now the beginning line over here is completely different from that of the formal letter. Here you are showing a little concern about the person. You are asking about his health, about his well-being in the very first paragraph. Then the middle paragraph includes the detail, the purpose of writing the letter and expressing your feelings towards that person. And in the concluding paragraph, you are even you're even showing your concern about the other family members. Like you can see over here in the last line, you can see, give my regards to auntie and uncle. This shows that the writer, the person who is writing the letter, has a little concern about the other family members too. Hope to see you soon is the concluding line over here. Again, the subscription, yours lovingly, and the name of the person. So this is how the informal letter have a very friendly and casual language. It can have extra information and it does not require any kind of subject. So this is how we write the formal and informal letter. The formats had been clearly explained over here. I hope, children, you all might have understood the format and with the help of these examples, and you will use these formats while writing the letters given in the assignments.